Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to the Outer World, where I was expecting to take a lot longer before coming back to this game. Largely because I figured they were going, Obsidian was going to release a day when this game, when the add-on was going to come out. There would be a trailer and all that.
Impeccable timing, Captain. I was about to watch the latest episode in Halcyon Helen's thrilling serial adventure.
But then they just released it. So, here I am. Now I can play the second add-on, the Murder on Eridanos, and then finish the game. Which I'm not that far from the end, based on my online research. Or at the very least, I'm not that far from the end for the main campaign. I don't know how long this expansion is going to be, so it's going to be a little bit before I get to that point. Ada, you mentioned an Aetherwave drama. I'd like to see it.
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
I like how it zooms into the magnifying glass.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants.
She's got a lot of people to avenge.
Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there.
Also, I approve the advertisement in the middle of the storyline.
It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me? It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be?
Oh yeah, the question is who's the new spokesperson, not like who killed Halcyon. Helen.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
Mr. is less formal? Let me guess. This is about Halcyon Helen's murder. All right, Mr. Ludovico. What can I do for you? How about I just call you Lou? I don't like you or your attitude. Let me guess. This is about Halcyon Helen's murder.
Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
And your first thought was to come to me.
All right, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this.
Oh, hello.
Captain Hawthorne, Sublight's favorite freelancer. I'm such an admirer of your work. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground.
Wait,
I'm
Captain
so glad
Hawthorne?
you're hiring
That
a
is not
third-party
me.
Investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel. Least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
I was shaken by the news myself. Helen brought a lot of joy to this colony.
You're a compassionate person, Captain. And you're right. Halcyon Helen was a talented woman. She had a gift for transforming her art into wealth.
She also kind of reminded
You
me of
would not
Jessie
believe
from
the
Control
money she made
in
us
that
on Dissident Busters.
cinematic there.
For law's sake, Cedric, could you show a little discretion and not bring up your contraband operations in front of an outsider?
Please, Lou. Sublight Underground is built on discretion. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give her the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract. Because I promise you, I'll win.
Guys, can we get back to the point here, please?
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Oh, there's a third
Honest to
person.
law, how hard is it to hire a freelancer? Apologies, Mr. Ludovico. That was inappropriate of me. Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You're reliable and competent. You've been taking care of yourself ever since you arrived on Halcyon. And you're entirely independent. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
All right. Inspector Malice. I like the sound of this.
I'm pleased to hear that. The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. But Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover.
Helen must be pretty popular for death could put an end to your operations. Those two have issues. You seem competent. You could have dealt with this. All right, I've got it. Helen must have been pretty popular if her death could put an end to your operations.
Helen was more than popular. She gave something to this colony that no product line could ever provide. Real happiness. No one has ever been as well known or as well loved. Outside of our courageous business leaders.
All right, I've got everything I need. You seem competent. You could have dealt with this.
I represent the law, Captain. But what's happening between Mr. Kincannon and the Administrator is politics. Politics are not my area of expertise.
Oh, that's fair.
The law is simple. Politics are complicated.
All right, relax. There's nothing I can't handle. There's nothing I can't handle.
I'm pleased to hear that. From everything I've heard, you're a competent freelancer. And at the risk of sounding impertinent, we desperately need the help of someone competent. Thank you for your time, Captain. Whenever you're ready, I've authorized the Unreliable to land at the Grand Colonial.
All right, I've got everything I need.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now clear to land at the Eridanos
mysteries
atmosphere
afoot.
complex.
What can you tell me about Eridanos?
Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos atmospheric complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving.
Potentially capable? All right, I don't know why they're trusting me to catch Halcyon Helen's killer.
There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
Oh, that's the last one. Thanks, Ada. All right. Where is Eridanos? Eridanos is there. We shall leave Gorgon behind and move on to new pastures.
Complex in Eridanos.
Workplace malaise is moral bankruptcy. Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers. Don't be you, be better. Ugh. A little bit more cinematic flair this time around, I've got to say. And also, I believe I'm able to actually level up a little bit higher, which is nice. All the way, already halfway through level 33.
Watch out. This place is half sublight thugs and half top rungers on vacation. Both are dangerous.
Alright, where are we going? On this blurry map. That is still loading. There we go. Let's see, so we got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 primary locations to go to. Plus the Grand Colonial.
Hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort.
Ahoy hoy!
Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
Can you fill me in on the details of the murder?
I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Corpse wasn't in the best shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum Brown. Until you catch the killer, the unveiling's been indefinitely postponed.
It seems everybody's
Helen's
in
death has been a
on the
shock
news.
for many. A lot of people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but yeah, I don't believe it.
I still don't understand why anyone would have it in for Ms. Helen.
We should ask if they're comping the minibar. This might take a while, if you get me.
Folks
Smart
are
thinking,
cheating
Ellie.
When it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose.
Was she a divisive figure?
Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help.
How did she become famous?
Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly about the Spectrum unveiling, or lack thereof. It's still an awful shame. A lot of folks looking forward to that.
A lot of folks are looking forward to Brown. I thought you worked for Slug, not Rizzo's.
I do. Rizzo's happened to rent out the Grand Colonial Ballroom from Slug for the unveiling. A nice mutually beneficial event. But the murder's gone and ruined that. Along with 9 out of 10 of my favorite cereals. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags.
Bags? What bags? Do you see any luggage around me? I've got these allies of mine. Ellie is over here. She was a medic. And on my left, Parvati, she was an engineer. They both fix things, different things, mechanical things, body things.
You're making fun, right? Your luggage, belongings, kit, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing.
My inventory
You're
space,
still
duh.
giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time?
Yes. Maybe you should take that stupid hat off before you criticize my appearance. Of course I do. Are you telling me you don't? No, that would be ridiculous. Lie. No, that would be ridiculous. I just wear whatever I strip from my enemies' corpses. No, that would be ridiculous.
See, you say that, but I still ain't seen no bags. Know what? Never mind, it's not my business. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the grand ballroom later. Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
All right. We got Slug Marksman. Are you anybody special? You're just a sweeper. What on earth? Oh my. And there's a lightning bolt coming off of it. Was that your only choice? That better have been your only choice. It looks like it was their only choice.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead. I hope you catch the killers soon, Inspector. I don't want to see the Grand Colonial shut down.
Fancy place. I hope they're not expecting us to pay.
That is pretty cool. There's a very, like, retro, like, the Rocketeer style going about this. Like, almost as if it's meant to represent, like, an old Hollywood. Hotel guest, hello.
You know, I never imagined Spencer Woolrich would outlive Halcyon Helen.
So famous as Halcyon Helen could meet a fate like this.
It really is a terrible shame. I absolutely...
Alright, into the hotel. I wonder exactly how much of this is going to be a mystery. Versus how much of this is going... Well, it's probably going to be a mystery more towards, like, you're talking to a lot of people trying to figure out their motivations.
Boots and the jacket with holes in it. Can you imagine the looks we'd get?
Well, that explains the dumb
This
hats.
is all just some sort of publicity stunt. We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchards. The prize is supposed to be something valuable.
There's a puzzle hedges in the orchard, which has a prize.
Welcome to the Grand...
Alright, let us save our game.
Black Hole Bertie's disappeared, you know. That poor fellow must be inconsolable.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
Let's skip the pleasantries. I'm here to investigate. Constable Keen, nice to meet you. We spoke over the other way. I was actually looking for the bar. Do they serve drinks with little umbrellas here? Constable Keen, nice to meet you. We spoke over the Aetherwave.
Constable Maria Keen. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight, ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on. Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you.
What have you got for me, Dr. Goodnight? Is it a James Bond movie that you're starring in?
An extraordinary contraption. You'll love it.
Our coroner has developed a
Oh.
device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
This looks like a scope modified with a computing device.
I work with the materials to which I have access. Halcyon has no shortage of rifles. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
So it's a magnifying glass.
Yes, it's a magnifying glass, but an extraordinarily powerful one. It looks through the glass of reality itself.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
All right. Greetings, Inspector. Thanks to the half-genius, half-mad scientific mind of Dr. Goodnight, you've been granted the Discrepancy Amplifier, a handy investigation device for uncovering clues throughout Eridanos. Be sure to equip the Discrepancy Amplifier in a weapon slot before you continue your hunt for Helen's killer. Alright, let us knock the grenade launcher out. And, wow, I completely forgot that I really need to sort my inventory. So let's plug that in. And 1 second while I sort my inventory and move these items into the junk pile. That are junk. Alright, let's bring out the Discrepancy Amplifier. To catch Helen's killer, you'll need to use the Discrepancy Amplifier scope to reveal clues not visible to the naked eye. Once you've located some evidence, aim directly at it while zooming in with the scope and press the Interact button to analyze it.
Captain, please show a little respect.
Sorry.
The Discrepancy Amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification?
I see you've been designed with a modular analytical system. What else can you do?
The Discrepancy Amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition, scientific analysis, and deterministic calculus protocols.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the Discrepancy Amplifier. The Discrepancy Amplifier is programmed to take instruction from its registered or designated inspector.
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you.
It doesn't actually have joy and satisfaction, it just simulates it. Alright, let's get started. Tell me about this discrepancy you found.
This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product.
Ah.
Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee.
What's the unreleased Rizzo's product?
Rizzo's Spectrum Brown has not yet been released for consumption. Spectrum Brown was scheduled to be unveiled at the Eridanos Atmosphere Complex in partnership with Halcyon Helen.
Make note of this for later, Amplifier.
This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved complement. Splendid work, Inspector.
Thanks.
This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
Discrepancy Amplifier. Do the size of the footprints match anything you have on record? Taste the dirt. These are... Oof.
Oh no, Captain, please don't taste the dirt, and I'm too late.
The dirt tastes earthy, with faint woody and fruity undertones. Discrepancy Amplifier, do the size of these footprints match anything you have on record?
Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint.
Amplifier, can you analyze the dirt?
The dirt carries traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of crushed purpleberries and grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio.
So Helen must have been at the orchards before she died.
This deduction appears sound.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case.
Look, nobody else is able to point a scanner at the evidence and then
the secure access terminal
analyze
in your
it
penthouse
using the
suite.
analyze button.
Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
If it's brown, drink it down. I don't think that's the best slogan. Oof. Alright, let us level ourselves up. What are we gonna level up? Do we want more persuade, more lying, more sneaking, hacking, lockpicking? Let's go 5 into lockpicking and... there we go. Do we have any additional perks that we can get? No, we do not. Any subsequent attack made on the same target while in time dilation deals increased damage. The effect is cumulative. Actually, that's not a bad combination with the weapon I have equipped. Because I have the light machine gun, so usually I'm going to be doing more hits.
Why is everybody staring? Didn't nobody teach them to respect the dead? Oh gosh, is that Miss Helen? Can we see?
That was a very delayed line. Alright. Concierge.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon.
Right. You happen to have my, room key?
Ah, yes. We are most pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The penthouse suite on our topmost floor is now available for you. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby and
is the last guest Halcyon Helen?
Private floor with efficiency and cheer.
You've got some high-profile guests here, right? What can you tell me about them?
My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a severe violation of guest privacy. We here at the Grand Colonial firmly believe that... All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom? And what would you wish to know?
Oh, did you notice anything about Halcyon Helen before she died?
You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aetherwave watcher myself. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed.
Definitely. Did you ever see Helen acting strangely?
Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking all wild-eyed and intense. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry. That woman ordered a lot of food. Maybe show business gives you a faster metabolism.
I heard that Black Hole Birdie was staying here.
Ah, Birdie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I've a bet with a friend. Not sure we'll ever get it to pay out. Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend every one just to learn what caused their split.
Helen's co-star, Woolrich. He have any reason to want her dead?
If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. and I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Woolridge is on his way to the trash bin.
That is
and
a savage analogy.
Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade.
Alright, that's enough gossip for now.
That's a shame, Inspector. What if I wanted to know a little about you?
What would you like to know? I'm a freelance captain, changing the colony one high-stakes encounter at a time. I'd like to let my reputation. If you were, I'd say too bad. I'm a freelance captain, changing the colony one high-stakes encounter at a time.
A dashing gunslinger type, then. I'm sure the investigation will turn out splendidly in your hands. Or at least Mr. Kincannon seems confident enough to believe so.
The Grand Colonial sure is interesting.
It certainly is a marvel of modern ingenuity, luxury, and ambition. Please, allow me to answer any curiosities you might have about our building and the amenities on offer.
What does the penthouse have to offer?
Twice the size of the next biggest room, and kitted out with any amenity you want, as well as many that you won't. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people who can afford the penthouse suite have enough bits to
Oh, I'm in the
everyone
penthouse
to.
suite. Then that means
Also,
it was
keep informed
Halcyon
if Woolridge
Helen's
gives you
suite.
a hard time about getting a better room than his. Don't tell him I said this, but everyone on staff wants to strangle him.
Is there anything special about the upper levels?
Most certainly. All the important folks can be found in the upmost parts of the hotel. You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping into a tossball grate or a bored exec. Though maybe don't bump into them. Could be harmful to your health.
No one seems to talk about the lower levels of the hotel.
Who would be interested in a staff-only area? Most folks never ask about the sewers beneath Rizzo's plant, either.
You can't honestly tell me there's nothing of interest in an entire half of the hotel.
Of interest to your investigation? Well, I suppose there is that one door we're not supposed to open. But I'm sorry, Inspector, I'm not authorized to grant you access to any staff sections of the hotel. You'll have to find a way in on your own.
Alright, that's enough about the hotel.
If you're sure.
So long. I guess let's check out our room. See what evidence we can find.
Hello there, my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode. What authorized floor can I bring you to?
Bring me to the penthouse suite. Or is it the VIP guest floor that I need to go to? Hold on. Oh yeah, the penthouse suite, yeah. I was surprised that it gave me 2 options. Bring me to the penthouse suite.
The finest seat in the house.
Halcyon Helen dead. Eh. Let's take a look around. Clearly, some stuff has not been picked up yet.
You think they'd object to me setting up a tanning station here?
A flyer promoting a productotherapy seminar with renowned prophet of profitability, Jasmine Lieva, at her retreat in the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Under her patented system, purge your body of nefarious humor, stopping you from unlocking your true productive potential. That's Sam. Are we all here?
Did you know the smoke from high society cigarettes is 10.07% more likely to leave odor and discoloration in fabrics than other leading brands?
Or is this just another Sam? The number of cigarettes here indicate that the smoker's lifespan has been shortened by approximately 11.2 years. Well, I'm pretty sure the owner's lifespan has been dramatically shortened in general.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
Also, I appreciate the game telling me when there are clues about. Miss H. Helen, thank you for choosing Eridanos Atmospheric Complex as the site of your next publicity and marketing campaign. By endorsing the Spectrum Brown product, you are allying yourself with the revolution in the leisure beverage market. Indeed, in the culture of Halcyon itself. We are going to change the world together. Helen, I don't understand why you and I must be enemies. Are we not both branches in the same tree of privilege? You command audiences with your masterly performances on the Aetherwave, and I command the attention of our corporate leaders. We're both cultural icons with the responsibility to set a good example. I'm disappointed to discover you've berated my seminars publicly and on official records. I take particular umbrage in your characterization of my most recent seminar, spearheading your project, How to Motivate Your Workforce Using Ancient Weaponry, and as and I quote, nonsensical vanity project from a dyed-in-the-wool buffoon. These are fighting words. Expect to hear from my personal auditors soon. Sincerely, Profitability, P.O. Money can't buy happiness, and other lies we tell ourselves. A new seminar by the Prophet of Profitability, coming soon. Miss Bellamy, you're a talented actor. I've enjoyed all your roles across the years. I'm especially fond of your performance in Terror on Monarch. Ludovico doesn't appreciate the serials. Maybe that's why he never knows when he's being played. He still thinks you're here to endorse Spectrum Brown. Your performance has him fooled. I have a feeling I know what you're up to. It's always a little disappointing when the audience is a few steps ahead of the plot. Huh. In a light of recent unfortunate events regarding the passing of a beloved cultural icon, we at the Grand Colonial have doubled the number of armed guards for only a small security surcharge. Surcharge non-refundable. The Grand Colonial is not responsible for death or dismemberment that occurs off hotel grounds. Huh. So clearly there was something else afoot. Helen seemed to have her own...
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so much.
So Helen might have had her own game going. Hey, Vicar, it's been a while.
The longer we stay here, the more I can feel my mind softening.
Relax, dude. You've been running around for a while. Enjoy the hospitality. The board is covered with a loose collection of photographs and papers. A blank notebook lies open beside a stack of clean papers. It looks like someone intended to write something, but never got started. Oof. That's a little bit too close to my own experience. Blank notebooks with intended starts that never quite get off the ground.
This room ain't so bad. I could get used to this.
And we got a workbench. And a kitchen. Alright, I guess let's head over to this terminal, send a message over. I'm guessing we're sending a message over to... the Administrator Ludovico. Let me try to read that again. Ludovico. Ludovico.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed.
You mean Ruth Bellamy? Halcyon Helen was just a character.
Halcyon Helen was more than a character. She was a brand.
Yeah, that is actually an interesting point, and something actually I was hearing people talk about earlier today. Like the idea that there's you as a person or your creation as its own separate entity, and when your creation eclipses your own personality. Just turn it into an ad. Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. It's heart-stoppingly good. I get it, you don't want to be responsible for a drink that kills people.
I do not. Spacer's Choice has that market cornered. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation.
I've got a lead. I can't tell you why, but I need access to the orchards.
Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
So he locks his doors the moment an investigator arrives. That's not suspicious at all.
I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not mine. You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
I'll be back. Actually, I have two leads to chase. I have the profit of profitability, and I have the orchard. Let's go to the orchard. Let's see, I might be a little bit beyond my job description asked, but in my heart, am I still a bellhop? Was the suit to your liking? What is the... let's see, it was fine. I don't feel too strongly about it.
That's completely fine, Inspector. Hopefully you'll warm up to it. Now, I'd love to bring you to a floor of your choosing.
The lobby, please. Or can I just exit the Grand Colonial? Yeah. That is convenient. Since I'm supposed to be leaving the building anyway. Now this means I don't necessarily have to go through the lobby and then... So it's going to be southwest. Should I have my gun out for gun-related purposes? I don't know. This place doesn't really seem like an area that would have a lot of bad guys.
Some rancid salt tuna. Oh, well, I think it's coming from the pool.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh? Someone has scratched a sentence in the filter's plating. Irion was here.
Analysis reveals the chemical signature of this compound is 80% semblant of fertilizer used in the Purpleberry orchards. The other 20% is semblant of pool water.
So 80% fertilizer, 20% water.
That's it if you hit it over the edge.
It becomes part of the gas helium giants particles.
Lockdown? No one's supposed to be coming or going. And when I can't get a hold of anyone in the orchards, I can't make sure of that, can I?
Let's take a break so I can sell some stuff.
Great, you do that.
Actually, let's not take a break to sell some stuff. I'm just going to hold a button to sell all this junk. And then that lowers our inventory down to 164. Let's talk to Lily Vargas.
Swear to the architect, Matthias, if you've lost your rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, wait, you ain't part of my crew. What do you want?
Are you okay? You sound a little tightly wound.
Tightly wound? Tightly wound? Damn right, I'm fine. I'm going to my calm place. There's peace and quiet, and none of my sprat fucking subordinates can bother me. On behalf of Slug, I'd like to apologize for that outburst, as well as all of my future outbursts. Yes, I'm a little wound up. You would be too.
It's always a convenience to apologize for all of your future outbursts.
Questions from angry guests. I've got a lot on my plate. And if that don't beat all, one of my crew is AWOL.
A missing person. I'm actually an inspector, bona fide. Could look into that for you.
If you're serious, I'd appreciate the help. He's been missing a few days, and we're low on staff as it is.
I'll look into it. What do I need to know?
The missing crew member's Evan O'Connell. He's one of about 2 Slug agents I can trust with more complex tasks than stand here and look tough. Friendly type. Well-behaved, followed orders. Anyone else, I'd think they got drunk and fell asleep in a ditch somewhere, but O'Connell's not really the type. He was last stationed at the Wilderness checkpoint. I'd search there first.
I'll get on that. Not today, though. Tomorrow, maybe. In the meantime, got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.